KTTZ-TV Channel 5 presents 24 Frames, taking you inside music, art, and entertainment in the Hub City and beyond. On this edition of 24 Frames, we sit down with the Darren Welsh Group to talk about their music and to hear them perform. We check out a music video by local filmmaker Dusty Dean. You'll get my top 10 movies of 2012, and we'll have an all-new South Plains Sessions. Hi, I'm your host, Paul Hunton. Now, the Darren Welsh Group has been a local staple in the Lubbock music scene for many years. Recently, they sat down with our Marcela Garcia to talk about what got them into music.
I'm from Lubbock, Texas, born and bred, lived here all my life, been all over, but seem to hang out here, you know.
I'm from Levelland, Texas, lived there 25 years. I've lived in Lubbock now for so many years.
We ran into each other and knew each other, you know, from the Lubbock
music scene.
Yeah, the Lubbock music circle, and we, like I said, we enjoyed each other's playing and singing, and finally got an opportunity to get together. Yeah, and been together ever since, 13 or 14 years here. When I was 4 years old, I saw the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show, and I decided that's what I wanted to do. Of course, my parents were horrified, but so around 12 or 13, they finally gave in and bought me like a $13 acoustic guitar that I tore my fingers up trying to learn how to play that thing. And that's where it started. My
grandfather and my father were musicians. My uncle was a musician, and so it's always been in my blood all my life. The first guitar I ever got was a Kent Les Paul copy. I got it from Santa one year. And, I took lessons from a couple of guys locally in Levelland for a couple of years. But then I learned like Darren. I watched a lot of people on TV play, but I would go buy an album back then when they had albums and try to learn every song on every side of the album.
Just play them over and over.
And hope you were doing everything right. So I learned like Darren said, learned the basics from a guy, but then kind of moved on from there. So I stayed here, and luckily there's always been places to play. There's a lot of places you go to, and there might be 2 bars that have live music. Lubbock's got a great music scene, and the great thing about it is it doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon.
Here's a song we wrote a long, long time ago. It's called Windows. Out of my window, see the cold wind blowing. Out of my window, don't know where I'm going. See the trees shed their leaves, red and gold blowing down the street. Storm gray clouds lay at heaven's feet. Out my window, I see the shadows growing, long as the sun sinks low. Don't know where I'm going. I steal away in secrecy. My soul is crying, hear my plea. A heart of rain falling down on me. I'll find a way, get you back into my life. and I'll find a way, get you back into my life. Into my life. Down my window, 600 miles from home. Down my window, don't know where I'm going. My world seems so dark and gray ever since you went away. Lord, I beg you, please come back today. I'll find a way, get you back into my life. And I'll find a way, get you back into my life. Into my life. Find a way, find a way, I'll find a way, I'll find a way. Going home now, going home now, going home now, going home now. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Going home now.
Recently, we sat down with local filmmaker Dusty Dean to talk about movies, music videos, and more. What do you see the differences between, like, okay, I'm going to make this short film or make this music video? What is that thread that connects everything? I mean, it's storytelling, but what is the differences that you see in advertising compared to, like, narrative film?
Well, I mean, the main and the biggest thing is, 30 seconds. If with a commercial, I have 30 seconds to tell that story, no matter how big or how small it is, so you've really got to get creative and think a lot about, shot choices and how long it's going to be on the screen and, things like that. With music videos, I mean, it can be storytelling, and some that we've done are story oriented, but it's really just having fun and really playing with the craft. And that's how I kind of, when I think about it, I really do music videos kind of in my spare time, and that's kind of the hobby side of it for me, because I mean, I kind of have, my hobby is also my job kind of thing. Yes. So I really need to find another outlet. So it's turned into that, and it's been really great because we get to really experiment with photography and lighting and different concepts and really push different ideas.
And Spike Jonze, David Fincher, a lot of people come up through commercials and music videos, and they do narrative film. Do you want to direct narrative film? Is that what you want to do eventually, or do you like what you're doing?
I like
and
where I'm
music
at
videos
now.
and that
I
kind of thing?
like where I'm at now because it's always changing. You know, if a project comes along and you know it doesn't go that great, then it's like, well, the next one's coming up right down the pipe. You know, with narrative, you've got a really long time to think about it, and you know, my goal is to work as a editor, you know, post-production and director type combination. And so my biggest goal for me is, you know, I love to tell stories, but I don't consider myself a writer. You know, and I feel that anything that I do, that I work with a writer, that they have a story and say, we want to make this, and it really makes my job a lot easier because then I can focus on how am I going to tell that story. And that's really my goal. So.
Well, Dusty, thank you for being with us.
Definitely. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Enjoy Dusty's new music video, Let Me Go, by New Mexico artist Q in the Current.
There's black wrought iron bars on the windows of my house. And I've got a funny feeling that somebody don't want me coming outside. Ain't gonna waste my breath with asking why. You know where there's smoke, there's probably a fire. I said come here or come hot water. It's time for me to go. You know I'm gonna be kicking in windows and kicking in doors. When it's time for me to go, just let me go. You know I said come here or come hot water. When it's time for me to go, you know I'm gonna be kicking in windows and kicking in doors. When it's time for me to go, just let me go.
I think I'll build myself. Which way do I go? I think I need some help. Just let me go. Cause I can't take this no more. My whole mentality's slow. Someone please throw me a rope. So I go. Rolling like a big shot. There's no way that I will stop until I get to tip top. But if I do flip flop, I got my partners with me. So no matter how far I fall, I know that they're there to get me. Cause in me is a beast, untamed, earth shakers, groundbreakers in the zone. Like the old two Lakers, there's no way that you can shake us. We some vets in the game, on a mission for the sunny, in the midst of the rain. So Scotty, beat me up cause they're in need of a Star Trek. So full of inspiration, motivation, I do not lack. So patient at my station, all we do is drop straight crack. You're now rocking with the best, that other stuff is whack. You know I said come here or come hot water. It's time for me to go. You know I'm gonna be kicking in windows and kicking in doors. When it's time for me to go, just let me go. You know I said come here or come hot water. When it's time for me to go, you know I'm gonna be kicking in windows and kicking in doors. When it's time for me to go, just let me go. We love so hard, we got the drywall falling on us. It ain't snow, it's the ashes of our love story falling on us. But I got one love and that's the sound of the rhythm of my own 2 feet on the road, and I'm 99 and I'm never gon' get enough. I'm never gonna quit, king, gravel up. If I'm not, I'm gonna rock another gritty club, but I don't care if they ain't, I don't give a up. Leaving cracks in the road till I get it up. I'm a tumbleweed, that's how I go. Whichever way the wind blows, that's how I roll. And it blows so hard that it's got my eyes wide open. My emotions set in motion, and now this bottle's broken. And little by little, my conscience is eroding. My mind is so corroded, my memory's so distorted. When I think back to where I've been, I hit the bottle and I'm blacking out again. Cause I don't know where I'm going, but I know where I've been. And now I'm going down the county road again. You know I said come here or come hot water. It's time for me to go. You know I'm gonna be kicking in windows and kicking in doors. When it's time for me to go, just let me go. You know I said come here or come hot water. When it's time for me to go, you know I'm gonna be kicking in windows and kicking in doors. When it's time for me to go, just let me go. There's black wrought iron bars on the windows of my house. And I've got a funny feeling that somebody don't want me coming outside.
In your ocean, I'm ankle deep. I feel the waves crashing on my feet. It's like I know where I need to be.
Super Readers,
Let me drown.
to the rescue!
Let me drown. 'cause I just want something beautiful to touch me. I know that I'm married, 'cause I am down on my knees and waiting for something beautiful. Oh, 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 something beautiful. And the water is rising quick, and for years I was scared of it. We can't be sure when it will subside, so I won't leave your side. No, I can't leave your side. Hey, now this is my desire. Consume me like a fire, 'cause I just want something beautiful to touch me. I know that I'm in reach, 'cause I am down on my knees and waiting for something beautiful. Isn't this fun? Oh, oh, something beautiful. Oh, oh,
Wouldn't miss this for the world.
2012 was a huge year for the movies. Box office records were smashed, Christopher Nolan's Batman series came to an end, and Steven Spielberg released his long-awaited biopic of Abraham Lincoln. Out of all the great films this year, I'm going to try to give you a top 10, and you're welcome to take it or leave it, or send me your own to paul.hunton@ttu.edu, and we'll post them on the website. Now, these films are in no particular order, but rather just 10 films that I really enjoyed this year. We'll start with the futuristic Looper. Starring Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, this time-traveling head trip will leave you asking more questions than it answers, but it's worth the wild ride. The story is somewhat complicated, but Looper doesn't take the bait of having long explanations, but rather lets you figure it out on your own. The action is great, and the concept and ending is what really sets it apart from other science fiction. Number 9 on my list is Life of Pi. I reviewed it on the last show, but this book-to-screen adaptation is fantastic, and the visuals are breathtaking. Director Ang Lee masterfully navigates this lost-at-sea story about a boy, his tiger, and his faith. Number 8 is Steven Spielberg's Lincoln. This biopic is a masterclass in acting from a stellar cast, but Daniel Day-Lewis as the great emancipator steals the show. His mix of storytelling and problem-solving is a performance like a storm rolling over peaceful waters. Number 7 on my list is The Queen of Versailles. This documentary, available on Netflix, is flying under the radar of a lot of critics. This film, which follows the David Siegel family, owners of the largest timeshare company in the world, for several years before the economic crash in America and for several years after. It starts with a quest to build the largest family home in the United States and ends with some desperate soul-searching. This film is a perfect microcosm of how, why, and where our country got off track with the financial debt of 2008. Number 6 is Django Unchained. Quentin Tarantino's new film is a bloodbath of action and fun. Go to kttz.org to read my review. Number 5 is Beast of the Southern Wild. This independent film is available at Redbox and is the story of a small girl and her community that exists in a future New Orleans, which is on the verge of complete submersion in water. Think Mad Max meets Terrence Malick. Number 4 is The Dark Knight Rises. The final installment in Christopher Nolan's Batman series is a fitting finale to an amazing trilogy that rewrote how comic book movies are made. Number 3 is Zero Dark 30. This film is a dark and dirty thriller about the hunt and eventual killing of Osama bin Laden. I thought it lacked emotion, but overall it's a superbly made film about a critical time in America and is worthy of high praise. Number 2 is Argo, another film involving a secret CIA mission, only that is where the comparisons stop for Argo and Zero Dark 30. Argo is a glossy, almost heist-like film that will leave you on the edge of your seat. And finally, the last movie on my list is Wes Anderson's Moonrise Kingdom. No film this year captured me more than this fun and quirky comedy about a couple of runaway kids looking for adventure. It feels cliched to call a Wes Anderson film quirky, but this film embodies his style better than any others in his library. I highly recommend you check out all of these films, And for a rundown of my top 10 list, visit kttz.org. When we come back, our South Plains Sessions features local artist Tori Vasquez. Don't go anywhere.
And I had a dream, and I heard your voice as clear as day, and you told me I should concentrate only for a night, and the only solution was to stand up.
You ever been responsible for someone else's pain like that?
Let's hope that what's in you will carry you through these times to a safer shore. Nothing succeeds like excess.
Is this a coincidence?
There's no such thing as coincidence. You never doubt?
No. If it's to be our last, let's make it a wonderful last.
Tori Vasquez is a singer-songwriter based out of Austin. Her roots, however, were grown right outside of Lubbock in shallow water, where pride runs deep. Growing up in a musical family, it was no surprise that Tori would set out to blaze her own trail in the music industry. Here she is in our South Plains session.
It's a risky chance, but who among us? Hasn't gotten into concern change till it gets brought up.
And that's the show. Thanks for watching. If you know a musician, artist, or filmmaker we should profile on the show, shoot me an email at paul.hunton@ttu.edu. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and please like us on Facebook. I'll see you next time.